Merry Meet everyone, and happy equinox, or Merry Mabon, depending on what your faith is. Last night I put together this little hodgepodge Mabon altar on my windowsill because I felt that I should have something. And a couple days ago, I was looking at this little sunshine stained glass guy that I have, and I thought, he used to have like a really blue swirly cloud frame, and I thought, that frame comes out, and since this is already on my windowsill all the time, which is the only place I could make an altar, I thought, why not change the frame to go with the altar setup? So last night I put together this little frame, and I just colored a background piece of paper, and I cut out some green polka dotted leaves from some scrap paper from my desk calendar, and I made some little apples and cherries and leaves and stuff, and I taped those on top of there, and I think it looks pretty cute. So I think I'm going to change the frame for all seasons and special things that I do, and so I can have a bunch of them. So that's fun. And I have some apples on my altar because I always have apples in my room, and actually this one is going to be for me to eat today, but that one is staying there as a representation. Here I just have a little Buckeye thing because it's been in my pocket for about a week because a couple friends of mine collected them a few weeks ago, and so we've all been carrying them around. Here's my little Petoskey stone from my roommate. Over here, these are 2 seashells that I collected the other day while doing a coastal beach cleanup with a bunch of my friends. Those really stuck out at me, so I grabbed those. And then under here is a piece of sea glass that I also collected at the beach. And I thought that that would make a nice sort of platform for my pendulum. And then over here I have, this is a little bag of stones, and it says bag of blessings, and this is from a friend of mine here. She gave this to me last year, so I decided to put that there, and it's all on my altar cloth from home, which is all wrapped up small, so it just encompasses my tiny little altar. And then I have my angel bells hanging right by my altar. So it's very simple, but that's all it takes. And now I will get to the rest of the video.
Hey viewers, happy equinox. It is Mabon, and I am outside right now because I have to be in work in like 8 minutes. I just got out of class. I was going to do this in the dining hall, but they're having a teach-in, which is where like all the professors give little lectures like in a lunchtime setting, so there was nowhere that I could sit and be alone. So anyway, we're talking about the equinox. You've already seen my altar in this video, my little shabby put together altar for the day. I think it's nice. Anyways, so since Annika asked one of the Wiccans to cover this, I thought I would just mention it really quick, even though I wasn't planning on it. Wiccans call the autumn equinox, which is our second harvest festival in the solar year, we call it Mabon. And so she asked why we call it that. And the reason, the name Mabon for this festival came from the fact that Mabon is actually a Welsh god. And there's a legend about him that goes with, sorry, there's someone mowing the grass right here. There's a legend about him that sort of goes along with this time in the year where our God is dying and being reborn kind of thing. The legend about him sort of goes that he's kidnapped when he's young, but he's also being reborn within his mother at the same time. So it's a similar legend, but I don't really know about it. But the reason this festival is called Mabon is because of the Welsh god. Now, what does that have to do with Wiccans using it? Honestly, I have no idea, because not all Wiccans follow Welsh gods or anything like that. Some do, but obviously not all of us. But I think it's just because Gardner is the one who Gerald Gardner is the one that sort of put our Wheel of the Year together and all that. So what I'm thinking is he must have been taught legends of the Welsh pantheon, and so he was taught that the festival was called Mabon after this god, and so that's what he called it in his teachings, and we have followed that bit from him. But otherwise, I have no idea, because the Welsh gods have no other real significance to me. It's just what Wiccans call it, and I'm guessing that is because of Gardner. Hey again, viewers. Apparently, the last part of the video that I was trying to do, my camera completely stopped and I didn't catch any of it. So now I've been to a complete other class, and this is 5:30 in the evening. I'm gonna get this done. Anyway, all I was saying in the end of the other part that didn't get recorded was that this festival is sometimes also called Herfest, or at least I've also heard it called this, and I believe that the reason for that is that, number one, it sounds like the word harvest, and also it is a celebration of our goddess moving from her phase as mother into the crone, and therefore Herfest would be short for her festival kind of thing. I prefer to call it Mabon. I've also heard it pronounced Mabon with an accent on that. I've seen it written that it could be pronounced Mabon, but I don't like that. Mabon, anything. And I also wanted to say that, like Austin and Kyle both said, we kind of view it as our Thanksgiving, because that's pretty much what we do. The festival it's a huge feast, and there's dancing, and we are giving thanks for the earth's bounty and everything that we have. And so I know today I'm actually going to be stealing an idea from Austin, who stole this idea originally from me. He was going to do some wishing star spells and either, write something that he's thankful for and write a spell about it in a wishing star and fold it up and either burn it or bury it or whatever. And I didn't really know what I was going to do today, but that was a brilliant idea. So why not? So I'm also going to do some wishing star thankfulness spells. And I have one little wishing star down there in the corner, if you can see it. I just decided to use some paper that I was going to end up recycling, actually, from my room, so I cut that up into little strips so I can also recycle those into wishing stars. Sounds good. So that's what I'm going to do later today. I don't know when. I can't burn candles in my dorm, but I can borrow a lighter and go outside to one of the various parks on campus and burn/bury some wishing stars. So that sounds pretty good to me. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, no matter what you're celebrating, how you're celebrating it. If you're just really excited that it's fall, fall is my favorite season. It's awesome. And yeah, so I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Blessed be.